Ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to StrangeCast Player One vs. Life is Strange fan podcast. This is episode 109, side B. I am one of your hosts, Adnan Riaz. My Nepo-hating baby co-host, Adam Evalt, is here. Adam, you're here.
I'm here. I'm physically here. I'm mentally. Who knows? We'll find out.
That is the big question. We'll find out by the end of this episode where he is mentally.
You'll find out. You'll find out.
I think that's like a regular theme between the two of us, like where we are mentally by the end of each episode, where things have gone, and if we make it to the end of the episode.
When we get to spread the arts, we'll find out if I'm mentally here.
That is true. And yes, you can wait until then to find out. So we'll move into things as well. Very short episode, this one, but we've got a couple of pieces. So if you are new here, please do consider dropping a subscribe on the channel, turn notifications, like the video, share with your friends. We've just crossed 2,000 subscribers. So if you can help us get to 2,100 subscribers, it's greatly appreciated. And StrangeCast is available on all podcast services. So we're on Spotify with the video version, Apple Podcasts. We have 50 ratings on Spotify, 330 plus followers on Spotify. So go and check us out there. Go and follow us, rate us, subscribe. You can boost our visibility and get instant access to the content as soon as it's available. So we're back. Obviously, I'm still backlogged on episodes and I'm still trying to catch up on podcasts, but hopefully we're back on schedule soon enough. But this will be a shorter part, and there's a couple of pieces here. But Adam, there's a very interesting one that popped up recently. So should we kick things off with that first?
Oh yes, let's kick it with our boots.
Yes, kicking with the
boots to the ground. Yeah,
kicking boots to the ground. So we're kicking off things off with our first piece. We're going to the boots on the ground. We're going to the Guardian newspaper. Bloody hell, English newspaper. Here it is.
Hey.
So the Guardian has run an interesting story. It's quite late, a little bit later. So this is from Summer Games, and it's a preview piece that they did. So it's on Aphelion, a game obviously that Don't Nod is making. It's coming out in 2026. It was revealed at the Xbox Showcase. I think it was, Adam, that was revealed. Off the top of my head,
was it? Yeah. Yes. I want to say yes. Yeah, at the Xbox Showcase.
Yeah, I can't actually remember. It feels like days are just flying past. I think it was pretty much sure it was the Xbox Showcase. It was revealed. There it was. Yep. Xbox Game Showcase 2025. So this was revealed, obviously, and it's in The Guardian with a news piece here as well. So it's a game made in collaboration with European Space Agency. One or two interesting details. So obviously it's more about the developers in there that are talking about it. So obviously the first one is here at the beginning where it says Dimitri Weideli?
Oh man, you can try all you want.
I'm gonna say
Weideli. I'm gonna say Weideli.
Weideli, yeah. I'm gonna say this is Dimitri W, not Dimitri M Johnson. This is Dimitri M.
Dimitri W.
Dimitri yes. W. Yes. So he is an executive producer at the company. I don't know. He is executive producer on Aphelion. 2026 is Aphelion. He says here, it says in the piece here, Dimitri has a hard time. I'll just read the entire thing. What defines a game by Don't Nod, the French studio behind acclaimed narrative dramas Life is Strange? Tell me why Lost Records Boom Rage. Dimitri has a hard time replying to this question at first, and then settles on an answer that seems rather broad. We want to make games that matter and that give players a great story that allows them to go through different kinds of emotions, he says. We try to diversify the kind of games we create, but at the same time, keep the same spirit. So, before we move on, Adam, assessment, what do you think?
I think this is my game. I want this in my little mitts. I want it. But yeah, since its founding of 2008, the French outfit has made action adventure games. Yeah, so that's crazy to me. That says 2008. By the way, you know what else I thought of? It's been just about, and I learned this today. It's about 20 years since I entered high school. So I hate that thought. But yeah, no, like Aphelion, like it's my kind of game. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for the iciness. I can't wait for the space. I want now. I want it in my grips, and I want this year to be over.
I'm very intrigued by it. It does look really cool. It's definitely something out of Don't Nod's wheelhouse in terms of being in a space adventure, and I'm very excited to see what they do with it. When you said about the college thing as well, I feel that every decade when you
high school, 20 years since high school, dude. Yeah.
I don't really talk about high school anymore because I'm pretty sure. When did I finish high school? Was it 2011? 2011, yes, 2011 when I finished.
That makes sense. I finished high school in 2009.
Yeah, 2011. So I'm 14
Yeah.
Shit. 14 years there.
Dude.
I think 2 years from now will be mark the 10 years since I got my master's in journalism, which is like the next milestone where I'm like, screw this, stop like making me feel older with that.
Yeah.
God, that's the milestone when you get older, when you start marking your education against your age, and you're like, oh my God, I'm like, that's happened. But yeah, Don't Nod has been around for a long time. I think his quote was very interesting. It's a very hard question to answer as well. I think that as well. I think Michelle would have a hard time answering that because he has a very distinct style and a very certain style, but Don't Nod has an overarching style on all of its games, which kind of like fits its motif. And Don't Nod's always said it's about the narrative-driven, focused kind of stories, but like, for a company's DNA, it's a loaded question. I think it's not as simple as it looks, but as you will. Adam, we'll keep going in as well here as well. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit further down here, and then we have the arrival of another quote here from Dimitri. I'm going to read this part as well. It says, the emphasis is different too. Aphelion's climbing is simpler than Jusant's, which could get very technical in places, and it's not central preoccupation this time around. Several developers who worked on Jusant have joined the Aphelion team in the last few months. However, and have shared their experience dealing with the rope physics and vertical level designs. The real instance for Aphelion largely came from movies such as Interstellar, The Martian, Ad Astra, and Arrival. Great inspirations, all of them. Dimitri says here, quote unquote, we wanted to create a great story-driven game, but we wanted to go within another genre that led us to a more action-adventure-oriented game, which I think obviously fits in line with Don't Nod's message of making a more publicly appealing kind of like game. Adam, just off that, I wanted to ask your perspective on that line where it says that it's going to come across as simpler than Jusant's climbing mechanic. How did you find that, at least in Jusant's perspective?
Listen, man.
Oh, here he goes. I'm going to put this on full screen for you guys.
Listen, in the last side of the podcast, I said I pray for death. And I told you that I'm kidding. And it's because that if you're going to make this game, that you're going to be taking inspiration from Arrival, Ad Astra, Interstellar, and your climbing mechanics is going to be simpler than Jusant, which if you play Jusant, what I take from that is that Jusant's whole thing, by the way, nice little thighs. What I take from that is that Jusant's whole shtick was climbing, right? You had to be harder, right? And it was just like, it was a little tweaked out. I still love the atmosphere. I love the music. I love the audio design. However, if you're going to say it's simpler than that, I'm okay with that. I want this game. I don't want to pray for death. For I've seen the light of God. And her name is Aphelion. Thank you.
Also, thank you for the monologue as well. I don't know why you were staring at the wall at first, not looking at us. That was very interesting.
Because it was inspirational, Adnan.
Okay, we can buy that. you could simplify your presentation, by the way, by looking at us next time. But that's a lesson to be learned, Jusant style.
I will not look at you.
I think an interesting detail though with that, like, okay, yeah, cool. Like, you do want to simplify the experience for gamers, blah blah blah. Also, it's set in space. It's always meant to be difficult. Like, I remember The Expanse. Do you remember Frost's game as well with Deck 9? It's like that was.
Let me ask you: have you played Jusant yet?
No, but I do have it in my catalog now, which will be played.
So when they say it's simpler than the climbing mechanics, that's an okay thing. That's an okay thing.
Okay.
Just because, again, we're talking about Jusant. The whole thing is the climbing mechanic has you really strategizing, almost like a puzzle, right? You don't want that shtick because you want the more atmosphere to like be your kind of guide. You want everything else to scare you, not the puzzle of the climbing.
Right.
So the gameplay in of itself, I don't think is a really bad thing. So when I say, Adnan, that I can't wait for this game because there's some people from Jusant that are designing this game, and I have to, Adnan.
Yes.
You're telling me in this podcast that I have to wait a whole goddamn year
Yes.
for me to get my little greasy little fingers on my PlayStation controller to play this game.
Yes.
Adnan, why is life unfair? This is my question to you.
You could say that life is strange sometimes.
Adnan, answer the question. Why is life unfair?
Well, I just answered it. I said life is strange. That's why.
Like, that's what I mean, though. Like, okay, jokes aside, because I'm very, very tired. Because I've driven myself into madness. But, dude, Donut is letting me eat. Donut is letting me eat, dude. Between Jusant, between Banishers, between Harmony, right? Between Tell Me Why, between Lost Records. I'm eating, Adnan. I'm eating. Aphelion will be my dessert, dude. Aphelion will be that sweet tiramisu, but not in the American dumb way. No. This is a Tuscan-made tiramisu that I'm going face first in like Cookie Monster, dog. That's how I'm going to treat this game.
Also, the Aphelion team, I expect a lot of Jusant references in the space game. I also expect Lost Records. I want Moth Girl in an astronaut outfit. Make the plushie,
Dog.
Nod.
It's being developed in partnership with a European astronaut team. I forget what do they call it? ESA.
ESA.
Space Agency. Astronauts. It's made with space aliens, Adnan. Area 51 is coming in to help develop this game. But yeah, no, dude, this game's gonna be amazing. This game is going to be absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to get my sweaty little palms on this
Your
game.
sweaty little palms gonna be running all over it, and we'll continue into the interview.
Oh, it's gonna be running all over it, Adnan. That disc is not gonna see the light of day.
Yeah, me. Well, I think Thomas Murch will like my Life is Strange response to your question when you said, "What is life?" There you go. I'm gonna move on here, Adam. Last part of the quote from the Summer Games preview piece here. As you can see here, I'll read the entire thing out. Intriguingly, everywhere you look in Aphelion, there's a real presence of real science. Persephone itself is based on Planet 9, a hypothetical large planet that many astronomers believe orbits the sun far beyond Neptune, where it is patiently awaiting discovery. Wonder what's on that planet. What am I finding out? But Planet 9 is...
there's pictures. There's pictures on
it. That's where the Area 51 documents are sent, aren't they? Anything that can't fit into Area 51, they're sending there.
My little pinky toe is on that planet.
Oh, dig it. Let me just go into this quote, Adam, for you as well. So, but Planet 9 is only the starting point for the fiction here. So this is from Kati Bumbera, who is the lead narrative designer on the game. They said Planet 9 was an important source of inspiration, an interesting scientific grounding for an adventure featuring astronauts who explore a new planet. But we then added our own lore, imaginations, and more importantly, human drama, end quote. So before we carry on to the final part, Adam, Planet 9. Have you heard of Planet 9 before this?
I have, yeah.
Oh. What did you find?
Yeah, it's called... it's what I call my left butt cheek.
What's the right one called?
Oh, you don't want to know, buddy. That's information that's stored away on Planet 9. What the right one is called. Write in the comments down below. What's my right butt cheek called? Go ahead, write that down in the comments down below. Kevin, you're staying out of this one. Both. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited, dude. I swear to God, dude, if let me bring up his name real quick. Because I am going to... No.
I'm worried about you.
Yes. So the reason why I'm not I didn't know his name because I can't pronounce it because I'm American. Okay. This gentleman here, Guillaume Ferran, who was the composer behind Jusant.
Ah, yes.
Dog, if I find out that this man is composing Aphelion, I will jump out this window, enjoy, and then I will heal myself. I will go to the hospital, pay those expensive American hospital bills because I am going to scream, my guy. Dog, I can I how much more can I say to tell you that like I am so this is Adam's game. This is me. This is everything I ever wanted, dude. From Don't Nod, space, drama, possibly Guillermo. I'm sorry, the Jusant guy, Ferran, Mr. Ferran, composing it, possibly. This is my game.
We'll wrap it up here, but we'll wrap it up with this final part of the interview, which is an interesting little component as well.
Please do.
Please. So as you can see here, let me just see if we're on the right screen share. Yes, we are. So you can see there, it says Aphelion is also pitched as a collaboration with the European Space Agency. It says, quote unquote, the ESA team gave. What's that?
I said aliens, but what the heck is this? Was attached to my arm.
Jesus
what
Christ.
Is this? What the hell is it?
So Dimitri says here, as Adam, as I quote, the ESA gave us access to space experts and scientists with whom we could discuss and challenge our ideas about the story of the game. For example, our narrative team could discuss the scientific aspects of how our astronauts talk to each other during a mission. They also offered to review and give advice regarding the technology. And the final part as well, as you can see that the design team won't be playing things entirely straight. However, alongside exploration survival, there's that final element. Aphelion is also a stealth game. Dimitri isn't ready to talk about it yet, but something has survived out in the ice of Persephone, and it doesn't seem entirely friendly. Dun, dun, dun. Very interesting to see the ESA's collaboration there with some details. Did you die there? I was looking at the other screen then. It's like, what's going on here?
One of the greatest games of all time is Alien Isolation. You're telling me that all the things that I'm excited about for this game, and you add a little taste, a little flavoring of Alien Isolation is in this. Why do I have to wait, Adnan? Why do I have to wait? Can this come out? Dude, okay, so my birthday is January 6th. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, I turned 30 during that day, and I didn't know what was happening. So, yeah, I didn't know. I had no idea. I turned 30 that day. But January 6th, if this game comes, they're saying 2026, please don't nod. Can this come out on my birthday? I don't know what day of the week it is. I don't know what day of the week my birthday's on, but I don't care. Can you please make my... Dude, I'm turning 35 January 6th. Can you make my 35th year of life just a... Dude, my birthday's on a Tuesday. That's when games come out, Adnan. Can this game come out on my birthday? On my 35th birthday? Don't nod, please. 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 This is my game. Please. Whoever's directing this... I know who's directing it. Yes, Florian. I didn't know if that was public knowledge or not. I don't know, dude. I don't know. We know secrets.
Hey, if it's me, it's in the public domain. I am they have a photo of me. From what I've heard, sources tell me that they have a photo of me at Deck 9, at Don't Know Montreal, and at Don't Know, and they're like, "Be careful of this man," and that's it. And then and in the shadows of that poster is you. It's like, also be worried about him because he is also watching you.
Dude, Florent, please, come on. Look at me, baby. Look, come on, Florent, come here. Florent, please, I'm turning 35 on January 6th, 2026. Just speed up development. Do some crunch time. I don't care about your mental health. You got to get me this game on my birthday, buddy. Do it now.
Dear God. He's joking, by the way, if anyone takes that seriously.
Oh, no, I'm not. Do some crunch for my birthday.
We'll be in Schreier's article. That'd be great for us. It's like, fantastic, Adam. Thank you for that.
No, like, for real, though, this is my kind of game. I cannot wait for this, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Donut is letting your boy eat. Donut's letting your boy eat. And I'm getting very fat off these games, dude. So Keep getting me fat. I need to be queso at this point. So please make me queso.
That's going to be an interesting stream. I will be watching Queso's stream of Aphelion. That's going to be something else. God damn. Right, Adam, we'll go into our next piece of news. Our next couple of pieces are short anyway, but as you can see, Adam kicking things off here as well. Don't Nod Montreal responded to the win that it did from the last episode that we covered. It won the best indie photo mode at the 2025 Photo Mode Awards. And Don't Nod Montreal responded here saying, "Our first game, Lost Records Bloom Rage, just won best indie game photo mode at the Photo Mode Awards. This win is a huge shout out to the incredible team behind the game. Thank you for your hard work and passion. We're also so grateful for all the support from our from our community and this Photo Mode Awards for organizing all of this." So shout out to Don't Nod for that. It's great to see them celebrating that, which is always a win. And should we just go into our next piece as well, Adam?
Was this on LinkedIn?
Yes.
You're on your time on LinkedIn.
Adam, I don't go on it for the fun of it. I just go on there to find out this, for
Dude,
example.
every time I go on LinkedIn, oh god, it's so awful. I don't know why people are just like chronically on LinkedIn.
Oh god, do you remember that episode we did with Erica Mori when we were talking about LinkedIn? It went on a LinkedIn tangent, and she was like, "Yeah, I hate LinkedIn." It's like, this is my Adam Evalt moment. I fucking despise LinkedIn so much. It is basically, when you ever wondered what happened to Facebook status, it is cringe millennials posting absolute BS about their jobs. It's like UX designer of commercial products, some weird title which has no other actual. Mate, you know it as well. You've worked in jobs where you see someone has a title and it's like, that's actually not a job. It's just a made up role, and they just put the most peak millennial cringe content out there.
I told you about the cringiness that apparently some people were calling themselves prompt engineers when AI came out, and they put prompt engineer on their LinkedIn. That's how cringy this site is, dude. And people are like chronically on this site. It's God, dude, it's awful.
I hate it so much. Like I actually hate the behavior in it. They make everything else seem less. Like, do you remember that Sydney Sweetie advert happened as well? And it was already controversial. They made it even less cool than it was. Someone was like, "This is genius marketing." And it's like, on LinkedIn, that sums it up. That sums it up on LinkedIn. The minute it goes on LinkedIn and they're like, "Oh, this is great marketing," it's like, fuck you. And put that as just
once again, remember that Xbox executive that said on LinkedIn, like, "Hey, use ChatGPT as your therapist as we lay you off." That's LinkedIn. So kudos to you for getting your journalism through LinkedIn, because God, I hate it. I'm on LinkedIn to get jobs, let's say. And I hate it. I hate being there. I hate it.
It's Microsoft owned, and it's like, I'm only in there for the sake of it. I don't use it any other reason. I hate opening up and seeing cringe things on it. I only follow it as well because I want to follow Don't Nod Montreal and see what they're up to as well as that. So it's like, I know they have a LinkedIn thing from that, but genuinely, I hate this platform. But it's nice to see this message, because this was a nice message.
Yes, it is very nice. And just to let you know, every game dev that I ever connect with who is also on LinkedIn also hates LinkedIn. Like, everybody hates LinkedIn.
That is actually, I've spoken to game devs as well, from like Life is Strange ilk and stuff, and they say the exact same thing. Like, genuinely say the exact same thing. Yeah.
Like I'm at these like networking events with game devs, and I'm like talking with them, shaking their hands. We're talking about LinkedIn and how much we hate it, dude. Yeah, we hate LinkedIn, all of us. So yeah,
I fully endorse that message, Adam. I completely agree with you. I could go on a tangent for LinkedIn hatred, but we'll just continue on here as well. Adam, quick piece as well here, because I was trying to bring her in any way possible. The lovely Hannah Telle was on Instagram, as you can see here, and someone put this message out to her on LinkedIn saying, "Life is Strange Double Exposure. She changed the past, but I'll never forget the present. Just finished Double Exposure. Max Caulfield, thank you. Thank you for one more beautiful and heartbreaking ride. This one, it hit harder than ever. From Arcadia Bay to here, you still have our hearts. Max Caulfield wouldn't be Max without you. Thank you, Hannah, for giving her a voice that still echoes in our hearts." And Hannah responded there saying, "Thank you so much for playing and supporting our game," which we love Hannah as well for that. And as you can see there as well, I put a message saying, "A reminder that an actor can be proud of their work despite the substance of the game that they're in or the direction the story takes. And in Hannah's case, she has every right to be proud of what she delivered and the support others show for her, which is very much the case with that. We love
We
Hannah.
all said as a collective, like in the entire Life is Strange community, that like Hannah Telle was the thing carrying this game.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad that Hannah Telle is enjoying the game. She put a lot of work in. She put a lot of work into this game.
Oh,
right?
yes. Oh, yes.
So she put in a lot of work into this game. So I'm glad that she's at least proud of the end product. So whether or not me and Adnan enjoy this game, I'm glad we're enjoying the fact that Hannah Telle is enjoying the fact that she's in this game.
I am Hannah Telle's #1 fan. I'm also Miso Telle's #1 fan. I will not have a single word said bad about this woman in any way, shape, or form. If you are, you're some weird incel that sits on some weird forum. Like, this woman came in and did her acting performance and she fucking knocked out of the ballpark. I'm sorry I'm swearing it, but it's a simple case of what it is. She got a Game Award nomination. She should have got a BAFTA nomination as well. Had it not been for the poor development team that made this game and the game development team specifically, you would not have got this amazing performance. Ironically, as well, let me just add this as well. The main man, Mr. Webb Pickersgill, who performance direct this game as well, is no longer at Deck 9. And if you made smart choices, you'd have Hannah Telle and Webb Pickersgill doing a combination. That is, we have a Deck 9 is very lucky to have a second performance director who's equally talented as Webb Pickersgill. Both very, very respected figures in their own line of work at Deck 9. But this shows you as well when someone puts their work and soul into it. No bad mouth here about Hannah, what she did with the game. She knocked out the ballpark. It's without a doubt one of the most redeeming factors of Double Exposure, hands down, unequivocally, no questions asked. Thank you very much. See you later. So full chops to Hannah as well. She deserves that thing. Adam, sorry, what's that?
100%. 100%.
Thank you very much. And Adam, we'll go into our second to last piece of news, a very quick one here. Nod Montreal is back in the news as well with Lost Records, as you can see here. I'm going to put up on the screen as well. On Steam, this has come out on PlayStation 5 as well. I can't confirm, I think it's on Xbox as well. Adam would have told us that, but he's no longer an Xbox boy.
Yes.
So, as you can see here on Steam on the 5th of August, Tape 2 Patch 4 has come out, build 2.04.132116. The message is, hi everyone, we wanted to address some remaining issues that were reported to us. Besides some more polish, this new update includes fixes to various audio issues, rare progression blockers, and minor bugs. We also made sure that Swans properly receives her new outfits when completing all memoirs. See you in Velvet Cove. So you have game progression blocks fixes, fixed some collision traps that were blocking progression, and some general fixes as well, as you can see there. Various audio issues, preventing Swan from reloading rods. What?
Yeah, I love how in the very first thing, various audio issues, better mixing, right?
Was she flagged?
What sucks? Yes, I did. For the audio, and like I said, I am not an audio engineer. I am not an expert. I'm not trying to be out here and saying like, oh, the frequencies on the 200 hertz is hurting my ears. I'm not trying to be a geek about this. But here's the biggest problem about putting out anything audio wise, and this is going on like any piece of art, right?
Mhm.
Once you put that piece of art, whether it be audio, visual, whatever, you put it out onto a different medium and it doesn't sound the same as what you mixed it on. So
Yes.
like these two studio monitors right here that I use to mix my music with, I will mix it in this way, but then for everybody that makes music out here, but then once you go into the car, oh, it sounds like a hot garbage. Hooray. So I'm sure that like the audio team like had their mixing, like it sounded great, but then you put it onto like a sound bar or like your regular internal TV speakers and it doesn't sound the same as how they mixed it on. That's probably what happened. Because audio design sucks. It's awful. So like, yeah, no, better mixing. I love how they put that in, better mixing, and added missing sound effects and music that's not well portrayed. So yeah, good for them.
Yeah, I mean, like, they don't have to do any of these patches. They're on patch 4, and they didn't have to patch anything of this. And they're an independent studio, small team. They've just had layoffs as well. They didn't have to do any of this. And like, this is a difference
Look at
between.
that. Fixed inconsistency with the guitar pick texture.
They don't mess up on.
Dog.
They do everything on the details as much as they can.
Yeah, they went into the game like that guitar pick.
Even
We
that.
need to have that texture. Yeah, additional polish and visuals on various. Yeah, wild, dude. Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what they say? And here's what I love thinking about every time I make a product, right? The saying goes, there's no such thing as a perfect product. There's only abandoned ones.
Yeah.
Right. There's no such thing as a perfect piece of art. There's only abandoned pieces of art. Like, you will never get perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they're going back in and they're saying like, oh, we want this to be like the best case scenario, and they're doing it. So good on them. Go buy the physical edition, which I will be doing. And yeah, hell yeah, dude.
I was just about to say as well, like, they've just patched this in time of this. If you've not played it yet, you can play it. It's got massive fixes. It is there. You can support an independent developer by buying this game as well, physically or digitally. So it is your choice there. But yeah, that is our second to last piece of news, Adam, and we will go into our final piece of news, and I'll pull it up here for us. And then we're almost done on these podcasts. Adam, as you can see here, next piece of news, final piece of news. I'm gonna pull it up on here. Let me quickly just move the screen layout as well. Adam, there you go. Nod Montreal's Lost Records Blu-ray Rage can now be seen as a special section in the PlayStation Store. It is now appearing in the 2025 Spotlight picks. So as you can see here, it is on the home screen of the PlayStation dashboard. If you pull it up, it's on Spotlight picks. And then you can also go into it here, and it is there. 2025 Spotlight picks. Clare Obscura is next to it. It's got quite a few games around it as well, which is quite cool. So essentially, this is, as it says, catch up with some of our favorite games that you may have missed when first launched this year. And obviously, Don't Know did a partnership with Sony on PS Plus for this game when it came out. And it's just nice to see it on the marketing thing as well. This is a nice period for people to pick up games if they've missed anything, because it's the summer, and I imagine some games will be on discount. So as you can see, that
to be right next to games like Clare Obscura and Blueprints and Citizen Sleeper 2.
Yeah.
What an honor. So like, good on them for like getting on the, the Spotlight picks. So yeah, I mean, go pick it up, dude. They've been patching this game. It's a great story.
Yeah.
It's by Michael Kolch. So like, you got to go buy it, man. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing listening to this podcast if you haven't played it yet? Come on now. No, great. Like, absolutely great. Like, you're right next to these like amazing, also independent games, Clare Obscura and Clare Obscura we can talk about like AA.
Yeah.
Like, sure, but like, yeah, these like independently owned companies, right? Let's sure. It's so mucky with independent artists, but you know what I mean. But yeah,
I know what you mean.
Good. Yeah.
Yes. So that is our last piece of news, as you can see there. So we are done with the podcast on that front. Adam, comment the podcast. Should we go into these quickly?
Yes, let's do it.
So our first one, we are obviously changing things around because you should have the Patreon episode by now, and we had to record out of place for different topics and stuff. But as you can see here, Adam, episode 107, side A, first comment is from @ThomasMerch. Not Thomas Cross from Aphelion, Thomas Merch. And Thomas Merch put here saying, I just checked and your first video came out on August 12th, 2020. That was the Hannah Telle interview that I did for Life After Strange. So next week is fifth year anniversary. I hope you're both ready for all the quote unquote after 5 years, you're still Adnan, Riaz and Adam Evalt end quote comment you'll be getting. Yep. Seriously, as serious as I can get, though. Thank you for both. Thank you to you both for all the news, reviews, discussions, and interviews you've given us over the years. Good luck with the next 5 years.
Yeah, and I said the story before, but I still remember when I was doing games and groceries, and then I believe it was Life is Strange fans like tweeted out your thing, and you kept getting more and more interviews, and I just kept thinking like, who the hell is this guy? What the hell? It's like, I kept thinking, it's like, where did he, because you came, from my perspective, you just came out of the woodwork like this, just like random person coming out like Telle. I'm trying to remember like
Jolene,
around that.
Day, Nick
Yes,
Schreiner.
yeah, yes, and they were coming out with all these like Life is Strange. I'm like, who is this guy? Like, who is he? But yeah, it come to find out that you've been in games journalism, so like, uh, point to anybody like listening right now. If you're comparing yourself to somebody that like you think is going beyond you in comparison to yourself, just understand in the background they probably already had experience in the field that you feel like you're behind in. Like again with Adnan, I was just like, I thought it was just some random guy who just like asked Telle. No, he's had in the background games journalism connections. So he's had this. He has the experience. He knows what to ask in email. So just to let you know. Lesson being hate Ed and Riaz for the rest of time.
They all hate me. They all talk about me, and I love every moment of it as well.
Yes.
They don't realize that I live rent free in my haters' heads, and they keep talking about me, which is the best thing as well. That's the best thing. If I know that I've planted a seed in your head and you talk about me without me realizing I have the best night's sleep, because the fact that I live, it takes. I put my time and effort to put plant a seed in someone's head for them to hate me.
Yeah.
But when people just talk about me without even me knowing, you do not understand how much vindication
It wasn't even like out of being a hater. It was like pure confusion. I'm like, where did this guy come from? What the hell? Because like I was looking through your channel. I'm like, that's his first. I was like confused. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Because like I was like working my tail off to get like really big names too. Like and you were just like coming out the woodwork with Telle. I was like, what the hell? So where is he coming from? So
but no, do you know what though? It's true though, because like I think the one thing that I realized is like to do the channel, like Telle, I had that contact from many years ago. I interviewed Telle in 2015. That was the only time I interviewed her, and it took me a while to get her back on, like when I did the channel and stuff. It took a lot of effort to do the channel because you really had to go independent. And then I didn't know where the success of the channel would ever get me. I didn't know if people would come on. I didn't know if actors would even be willing to even speak about the game after so many years. And obviously Hannah was the big domino, because I was like, if she comes on, fantastic, we set the standard. And every other email you could just easily access people being like, oh, Hannah's been on, this person's been on. And it's like the domino effect happened. If you'd ever talk.
Yeah, that's how I got like bigger names as I went forward, because like I've interviewed this person and this person, and it just puts your name into perspective. Like once after a go, you can put that in an email, reach out, and they're like, oh, he's not just some random person. Like he knows what he's doing. You know?
Yeah, and it adds stock value to you, like your name, your brand, what you do, your effort, the work you put in content. Even the interviews are so dated because they were on Zoom and stuff back then, and like really weird layouts. Like it's only got better because of what we've been doing recently. But you have to put the graft in, you have to put the grind in, you have to hope for people to come. It's like with Olivia Laporte. You knew behind the scenes where I was talking about it for like weeks, where I was like, Olivia, we really need to get Olivia first. It's like we have to land that interview, because it's like it opens the doors for other interviews to happen. And it's the same with Hannah. It was like a domino effect. So it's like I was working behind the scenes. I did enough of Life is Strange, but I kept jumping in and out of that industry. So I never was like someone who wanted to make a name for myself. I don't even think I've made a name for myself. I don't really care about having a name now. I'm like the most deep introverted person ever. If I went to that London event when they did Double Exposure and Hannah was there, and someone noticed me and was like, you're from StrangeCast, I would shit my fucking self and like hide, because I'm not someone who likes notoriety or even being I'm the person that sits in the background and doesn't say anything.
See, they'll recognize me, but they're like, "Hey, that's Adam Evil from StrangeCast," but they have pitchforks and torches on them. Like, get him!
You're running away with your copy of Aphelion. Oh no, I need to play this before they get me. It's been a wild 5 years. If someone said to me you would have got like those 30 plus interviews with Life is Strange actors, we would have interviewed Frost, we would have interviewed Zach Andrews, we would have interviewed Erica Mori many times. Hannah, the fact that you were on a call with Hannah at one point and then you disappeared because the call dropped off.
Oh my god!
Like
I was so bummed, dude.
I remember you saying that. I remember you saying you're telling Liz as well, and Liz was like, "Oh my god, it's Hannah Telle," and it's like it just fell apart. It's like, I'm like, oh damn. Yeah, it was crazy with that. So thank you for the comment, Thomas, as well. Appreciate that. No love for Abby though. I'm just gonna put that out there. We'll just leave that there. So as you will. Anyway, Adam, side B. So we got Pricefield Punk, who's been on here before, episode 107, side B. Start with Adam's right. Ugh. Anyway, let me finish this before the ego trip inflates. Adam's right. They must have been banking so hard on double exposure to be a hit. LS Life is Strange 2 and True Colors didn't get merch on this level, which is kind of funny because I think if they made a big Life is Strange style journal book that had Sean, Daniel, Chris, Alex, and Steph, along with DE characters, it would sell way more than the Welcome to Caledon University book. Yes,
100%. 100% this take right here. Like if they got a journal book from Sean and Daniel, dude, yeah, that would have sold nicely. But yeah, of course I'm right. Of course I'm right. All my takes are correct. I'm just letting you know now.
By the
but
way,
no, like
he's cosplaying
yeah.
as me there when he did that.
Whatever. I am right. I'm always right. But no, it's true though. Like you can't look at the and just like what Pricefield Punk said, right? Not even Life is Strange 2 or True Colors got this level of merch, right? We got some like insert coin merch, right?
Yeah,
But that's just for the love of the game. But man alive, they really, really, really thought this game was going to be like, this is it, fellas. We're here. This is the Kobe Bryant of Life is Strange games.
Adding on to that as well, let me just re-emphasize that. But they really fought that. If you're actually wondering, we're just saying they really fought that.
Yes,
because if you're looking at the merchandise line, you're looking at everything else that's happening, you're still going to see the trickling effects of double exposure. They really fought that. It's as simple as we are not playing. This is where the perception. That's why the merchandise line is playing as it is. Because like as Pricefield Punk said it as well, you could easily have done a Welcome to Haven Springs book. It would have sold. That is in a Life is Strange True Colors niche, but that would have sold because people would be like, "That's sick." Haven Springs looks amazing. Riley, I like Ducky. All these characters having little monologues, great. Double Exposure has nowhere near the same love as True. I think True Colors is quite popular outside of the thing. Some people really don't like it. Fine. I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as some people make it out. I think it's a steady entry. Yeah. There was a lot of areas where the development could have gone even better and they could have improved things. It felt 100%. like a regression after what they did. But like that, there is Life is Strange could have easily have benefiting from that line of True Color stuff. It's weird that they're doing out of focus now with Izzy. That was like, it feels like that should have been done straight after Steph's story, but as you will. But basically, as Adam says, well, they genuinely thought that this was going to be like the next big thing, and it blows people. Yeah. I've had people talk to me about it. It's like, and they try and like wrap logic around it in messages to me and stuff. It's like, why they do not ask why a Japanese behemoth mega corporation that does what it does, or its European entity. Never ask what a publisher thinks is right and wrong. It's the corporate suits. The corporate suits will think one thing, the popular audience thinks the other thing. And this is where we're at with this. So it's like with that as well, with Life is Strange, you got what you got. And they can't pull the line on it. They've been planning this for years. You don't just make a game quietly and then you just go and do other things. You plan out the merchandise and all the other things with it as well. Japanese it's a massive company, Square Enix. They were thinking like they've done this with like the other thing that's interesting to mention as well. Square Enix missed this run compared to Life is Strange 1, because if you look at Life is Strange 1, the merchandise that came out, it came out a lot later because they picked up on the success later on. And then even, for example, that Life is Strange 1 vinyl is a promo, but yet all these other ones are collector's editions / you can buy it like normal face value. That was a promo edition one that they had to do with that. They didn't really capitalize on the first game's success, so they played catch up with merchandise. Now they wanted to be in a position where merchandise rolls off the bat as it goes. Mm-hmm. But you've seen where Life is Strange Double Exposure is. Now it's kind of like hit and miss. So essentially, that's where it was. But when you were baffled by it, we talk about it all the time. It's like like we know that it's just it's like this is the thing. This is the thing. It's like we're sitting here like okay, we're just swallowing it. And
this is they really thought though. They really thought this game was going to be like the smash hit of the summer. They thought this was going to be Bratz by Charlie XCX. Like they really thought it was going to be this, man. But
that's just my God. That comparison we did not take. That's Adam's comparison. Let's just quickly put that out there. Like no one specifically said that, but no, but they did think it was going to be like big and all that. And this is where you got the direction.
You've heard of Bratz summer. How about some double exposure fall? Like honestly.
Well, Adam, as well, it's the thing with when the Max Caulfield return message comes up and people are like, well, they might pivot. Like, you don't put that message if you that message stops you from pivoting. That message doesn't exist. Bingo. You can run away and move into another direction. You put that message there. That's what it is.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Oh.
And that's where it's like you can't pivot away from that. That's why the merchandise is there. So match it. Match the merchandise that's coming out to that message. They had a clear plan. They told you. Felice Kwan, the former narrative designer at Deck 9, narrative director on Double Exposure, said in a press release that I went and found out afterwards, in the press release on the game's launch, explaining that there are more Max Caulfield stories planned. She said that I've never seen that in a video game press release where you confirm the ending of your game because you already said we plan to make more Max games. That just add up all the information that's in the public domain. You see where all these things are coming from. So Adam is right on that. Like, of course he is. It's baffling. You can't apply logic to it. It makes no sense.
They thought, and they were wrong, but they thought. They still think. And they thought.
We have a fun podcast to go. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun. Adam, so thank you to our comments as well, Price Fuel Punk and Thomas Merch for the comments. If you do want to be on a comment for the next podcast, on this one, we will definitely pick them out because we're back on schedule at this point now. So do leave a comment on this podcast. We will pick it out for the next episode, one from side A, one side B usually. Adam, wrapping up, spread the arts. What are you spreading aside from your thighs in this last episode?
I'll spread these thighs, buddy. So I am very tired because I'm spreading myself out for all of you to see. I put out my first full-fledged album, 14 tracks, nearing 40 minutes. It's a Castigarden full-length album called The Rise and Fall of Castigarden, and is exclusively on Bandcamp right now. Oh, look at that. What we have here? What is this?
We're going to pull it up.
You're not verified yet. Oh my God.
You have to pay for that. I'm not paying Elon Musk anything. Screw him.
Oh,
there is.
You'll get there. Boom. Yes, it is The Rise and Fall of Castigarden. I put this out. I'm getting a lot of good feedback from it. Everybody's really liking this album. They get the message. I have a message in this album, and a lot of people are like, without me asking, like they say they know the message, they know the key, and you'll see right there. What's the price point of this album, by the way, on Bandcamp?
It is. Oh, you can buy the discography for $20. Hey, look at that.
Well, yeah, you can buy all of my music, 17 releases, $20.50. But the price for this album is name your price. It's literally, if you want to download this for free from Bandcamp, I want you to have this. I want you to enjoy this. If you want to buy it for $1, right? But that's equally as you know, like I appreciate any amount of support here. Those of you who have supported this album, I see you. I get that email, and I very, very much appreciate you. I know who you are, and I know where you live now. But I'm very happy with this album. I'm happy with the people that were involved with this album. There were 20 people that appear in this album. You'll see in the credits there. But you'll see in all these credits. Yeah, I'm very, very happy. And this is the most amount of voiceovers by Marcus. So I'm very happy with this. And you'll see that artwork was done by Elizabeth Moore, who did the artwork for the conception of Castigarden, Fueled by Friendship. So that whale one with the floating whale, same artist. But yeah, Elizabeth Moore came back in and did the cover art for this album. But yeah, no, I'm very, very happy. Yeah, Fueled by Friendship. There it is. Same artist. Artist. Yeah.
By the way, as well, I'm not mentioned in the credits. I don't know why this is the case as well. I saw that album. I was like, he's like, can you share it? I'm like, I might not now. I'm like, why am I not in the credits of this album?
What did you do for the album?
It should have said at the bottom, special thanks to me.
Special thanks to my big baby British boy.
Exactly. I would have taken that. I would have been proud of that tagline at the beginning. My big British baby boy. That's what it should have said. Oh,
You're
dear.
seeing this live. You're seeing this live, people. Ready for this? Okay.
What's going on?
Hold
Oh
on.
dear. We've set him off. He's going. He is cooking, guys. If you're not watching the video version, he is busy doing something. So I have no idea what's happening, and I'm filling up airtime here. So, as you will, I hope you're all doing well whilst he is cooking up something. I don't know what I've done here. It's interesting. Well, either way, guys, you can support the album. It is on Bandcamp. It's always helpful to the musician and the artist to support them on Bandcamp. And you can follow Adam on Bandcamp for all his other music. Pretty banging price as well. $20
Can
for all
you
that music.
sorry, can you refresh that page for me, please?
The one that I was just on.
Yes, Rise and Fall of Castor Garden, please. Yes. Can you refresh that?
Yes, of course I can. I'll pull it up here.
Yeah, for for the new album. The new album.
Oh.
Rise and Fall of Castor Garden.
I have pulled it up here. Where am I looking?
Can you go back to the credits, please?
Yeah, there's the exclusive. Yes. Yes. Now I'm happy.
There you go. You're in the credits.
Triple B has made his name appear. That is where he is.
Baby boy.
I'm big. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Right under Marcus Graves as well. Right under Barry White. Oh, yes. Very happy.
On 4 tracks he's on. 4 tracks.
Exactly. I think I should be above him there. Like, in this ranking. Right. Anyway, as you can see there, you can go on Bandcamp, you can support Adam's music, and yes, the independent artist is very important. Audio Roof Radley.
It will be on streaming services August 27th, but it is on Bandcamp until then.
Yes, so you can go and check him out. Adam, you can go check out Roof Radley, you can check out Milk and Bone, all the other independent artists that are floating around on Bandcamp, and you can get your music there. Speaking of music, I am spreading the arts, not my anything else. I'm spreading my music because I put this on Twitter, but I'm going to post it now. I was fortunate to get this on a very discounted price, and this is Daughter's Music from Before the Storm, the original edition of the vinyl. I have the yellow recycled paper version, but this is the original version. I bought it off of eBay. It has a little couple of 1 or 2 stains here, but it's nowhere near as bad. But the condition is pretty spiffy for an album, and the covers are they're so good. But yes, this is the Daughter album that Adam is also going to leave for me in his will, because he has one which is in great condition. What?
Can you switch the sleeves out with one that was yellow? Like, so switch the records out and have a better cover for your gray ones.
See, I would do that, but I think the yellow one is carrying value as well because it's sold out. You can't get it anymore.
Oh,
because it was a limited print run that Daughter did for that. So I think that in itself, I'm happy that I own that one now, because it's a second quote unquote second edition version of it, but it has its own value. So like the covers are actually not too bad in this as well. Like that, obviously that's the only thing that's a bit different, but I think that still holds very good value compared to that Life is Strange one that was like dented at the top. That's ridiculous. But like this has like minor cosmetic damage, but this is like natural cosmetic damage to something you are going to enjoy, rather than just being like, I'm going to frame it at PSA 10, etc. But the dream is to get Daughter to sign this and the other one, which is on my list of things to do. So very excited with that, very happy with that, and I'm going to spread that because I think it's very, very cool. So Adam, we are done here. Before we go, I'm going to not forget about it this time. A big shout out to our Patreon supporters and producers. You can support us on Patreon. We get instant access to interviews and other things, ad-free videos. We are working on interviews, so bear with me whilst I get back on track. Just catching up on video podcasts at the minute, but it will come back at some point. But it is very much greatly appreciated your support on Patreon. So obviously we have Kevin Lackner, Sundy, Clare McLoughlin, YellowFlash, Jake Churchill, Carly, Gordberry, Kevin Kestis, and Clarx all supporting us on Patreon. So thank you so much for the support, and that is very much appreciated. Adam, we're done here, so thank you so much for that. What the order of podcast is, I don't know at the minute. I think it will probably be Andrea Carter's interview after this one when that comes. I think we'll get back to Lost Records Journal, me and Adam at some point. I think it's just me at the minute doing the interviews, but it will come back in a natural flow once we get through the interview phases. And we are working on other things as well. So definitely stay tuned to the Patreon. I think there's going to be hopefully 1 or 2 big tiers that will come at some point. So if you are on there, you can follow us. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for that. Also, thank you to Kevin and YellowFlash for saying that they like the video layout as well on the new Boomcaster. It's quite nice that they've actually improved the service as well. So thank you for that. And we'll keep using it as much as possible to give people things. Try not to zoom in on things because I know people will watch the videos. So bear with me whilst I get on that. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Before you go as well, if you are new here, please do consider dropping subscribe to the video, turn on notifications, like the video, share your friends. We have 2,000 subscribers. We climb up to 2,100. So if you can do that, it's greatly appreciated. It helps support the channel. And also, StrangeCast is available on all podcast services. You can check us out on Spotify with the video version, Apple Podcasts. We are available on everything. So go and check us out there. Go and download the episodes, follow us. It is always helpful and supports us, and it also gets you instant access to your content. Okay, guys, we're wrapped up here. Take care. We will be back again very soon. But yeah, this is episode 109, Side B, signing off. See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Ready for the mosh pit, shaka bra.